Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and a very good day to everyone. My name is Dr. Mohammad Tahir Zainuddin. I'm from Faculty of Economics and Muamalat, Universiti Sains, Islam Malaysia. And the title of my research paper is What Leads to Online Financial Fraud Victimizations Among Consumers? An Empirical Analysis. Let us start with introduction. Along with the growing use of contemporary technologies, which has helped people in their today's society in their daily life, nevertheless, it has led to an increase in online fraud instances that cost consumers and service providers around the world very significant. Fraud is a deceptive act committed by a person with the intention to gain an unfair advantage or violate the rights of an individual. The National Scam Response Centre, NSRC, reported that Malaysians have become victims and losses totaling 1.34 billion ringgit, which was recorded from 33,234 cases involving various online scams in 2023. The loss involved 6 modus operandi, with investment scams recording the most losses at 437 million ringgit, followed by e-commerce, telecommunication, e-finance, love scam, and non-existence loans. Shockingly, these financial scams tied to cybercrime are on the rise in Malaysia, with police records showing 35,368 reported cases in 2024, equivalent to a 2.53% increase compared to the previous year. This scam led to total losses of 1.58 billion ringgit. Thus, the study aims to investigate the underlying reason of these issues, which happens among consumers in Malaysia. And the problem is, in this modernized era, technology has evolved rapidly in the world, and Malaysia was not left behind. According to Digital 2023 Global Overview Report, until now, there are 96% from total population in Malaysia are connected online on the internet. It is a huge number that show Malaysian people are well informed about IT. However, financial fraud is on the rise and has cost individuals, businesses, and the country millions of ringgit Malaysia. This undermines trust in the financial system, disrupts economic stability, and has adverse implications for society. Therefore, the study has 4 objectives to find solutions to this problem. The first objective is to identify which factor impact Malaysians' involvement in online financial fraud. Secondly, to understand what has led people to become victims. And the third one, to evaluate how far the factors that we tested in the studies, known as poor knowledge, low self-control, financial pressure, and bad routine activity, will give any effect or not to the dependent variable, which is a fraud victimization. And the fourth objective is to associate the relationship between independent variable and dependent variable in the study. Let us look literature review. The literature review based on each construct available in the framework of the study. The first one is online financial fraud. So the United States Department of Justice defined fraudulent activity as intentionally misleading people by promising non-existent product or services or financial benefits that were never intended to be provided or were misrepresented. While another variable in the study known as poor knowledge, there is a strong link between literacy, specifically financial literacy, and financial fraud. The findings of the past study conclude that older people are more likely to be victims of financial scams than younger people, owing to their larger property and possibility a cognitive decline related to getting older. Because older people are slower to adapt to changing awareness than the younger people, they are more inclined to become victims. And another variable, okay, in the framework of my study is loss of self-control. Okay. So this low self-control discovered that person who lack self-control have a greater probability to be targeted financial fraud. Okay. And another variable, okay, financial pressure. This is another problem it faces by many people in the country, okay, because many people, especially younger people, they wanted an immediate and high return on their money, okay, and so they invest or borrow money irrationally, okay. And bad routine activity is also, okay, another construct in our study refer to routine activities that will have a negative effect on oneself, okay, such as an individual, okay, frequently show their lifestyle in social media, okay, or they download anything from unknown website, yeah, unknown website, and until their privacy is open and easily accessible to fraudsters. So in order for us to test all the variable, okay, in the study, okay, the research methodology applies. And in order to come up with findings, okay, the research methodology applied was using primary data and secondary data. So the primary data, we have developed 7-point Likert scale questionnaire, okay, for each variable or construct just now. And we have distributed the questionnaire using Google Form. And a total of 267 valid data has been analyzed using SPSS software, whereby we have assessed this data using frequency analysis, descriptive analysis, Cronbach alpha, convergent and discriminant validity test, factor analysis, multiple regression analysis, and Pearson correlation analysis. While the secondary data that fit and support the research derived from journals, articles, book, and website, as well as the National Scam Response Center, NSRC. And the findings are here. Okay, from the 4 variables that we tested, okay, to see their significant level to influence or to impact the financial fraud victims, poor knowledge, okay, low self-control, financial pressure, as well as bad routine activities are significantly, okay, proven as a cause, okay, of this financial fraud victimization. Okay. So therefore, let us look into how we can resolve the problem, since we know that these 4 variables are significant, such as poor knowledge. So in order for us to come up with solution to the poor knowledge among people, basically we have to improve financial literacy by giving educational program, okay, to the public, how to manage their money wisely, identify suspicious transactions, and understand the long-term consequences of fraud. While self-control, okay, low self-control here, low self-control also significantly impact the impact to the problem, financial victim. So the recommendation, okay, by giving support self-regulation development, initiate some initiative, okay, aim at fostering better decision making, okay, their impulse control, okay, and delayed gratification, particularly among youth, where they can serve as a long-term deterrent to fraudulent behavior. Okay. And bad routine activities. Okay. So since we know, or since this is also identified as a significant factor that led to the problem, so the recommendation here is to encourage positive lifestyle habits. Communities and organizations should promote engagement in structured routine financial procedures, reducing exposure to high-risk situations or individuals. And the last significant variable in the study is a financial pressure. Financial pressure faced by many people in the country due to the fact that their income, is insufficient to cope with their living expenses. So the recommendation, we have to address this financial pressure proactively by giving more support to this group of community, assess them by giving counseling, how they can budget their money wisely, and giving them perhaps the government or even the authority can provide some short-term financial aid to provide alternative to those facing financial hardship, okay, by helping them make ethical decision even in difficult time. So as a conclusion for this study, okay, financial fraud often stem from a mixed individual vulnerabilities and environmental influences. A lack of financial knowledge can leave individuals unable to recognize or respond appropriately to fraudulent activities. Similarly, low self-control increase the temptation to engage in dishonest behavior, especially when quick financial gain is within reach. Poor routine activities, okay, such as associating with high-risk environment or people, create opportunities where fraud become more likely. Okay? Added to these financial pressures, can push individuals beyond ethical boundaries, particularly when they feel trapped or desperate. Okay? So together, these factors form a risky combination that significantly heighten the chances of fraud occurring. Therefore, it is suggested for the authorities to look into these four variables, okay, and do some revisions on their policy, okay, perhaps to enhance and advance the livelihood of people in the country. Okay? And hopefully, in the coming years, this issue will be resolved, okay, by the authority. Thank you very much. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.